What I could do with this for the iron is I could go somewhere like right here with the iron, and then have a rail that goes along here that sucks this and this, and then a rail that goes along here that sucks this. And that would put all of my iron in I could just run it straight down south. So if this were, you know, roughly here, then iron and steel. I'd be better off going iron and steel until I run out of room or don't care about that. Yeah, I like that idea. Well, all the bots have stopped, so they must have run out of stuff to do. So what's missing? A bunch of pipe, steel chest, which I forgot to make and get, underbelt, underpipe. Well, let's see what we got in here. Well, you can go back. We need what you can carry. I might as well go back. I need to get all of the refineries because apparently I don't carry them in those trains. Might as well give me all those because I'm gonna need them. Screw you. Oh, I only won't do landfill on the outside territory. Like, I don't want to do landfill up in here. Or, like, between London and the mainland. Or, like, here. But interior landfill, I just have to do it. I can't not do it. Alright, let's do a little bit of recycling here because I've got a whole bunch of pipe. Of underpipe, and I need pipe. $20 purple, 12 blue, 2 more yellow. How ironic, that's exactly how many purple I have. That's exactly how many blues I can make. These are going to go for rockets fuel anyways. Just give me all this. Yellow and 4 green. I don't think there's anything you benefit me to bring. Oh yeah, there is. But you? I don't think so. Need to go get steel chests. Let's see. All of these. Alright, what else do you need that I can bring up there? Chests, assemblers, underbelt, lamps, green chests. Alright, I need 10 green chests. I got the lamps. I need a bunch of underbelts, huh? I don't think I need 400 underbelts. No, 246. Alright, that's good. Lamps I carry. Assemblers I can't do much about. $320 chests. 100, 225. So I need another 100. So future generation is just gonna need a ton more of this production. This is producing 90 a minute. And the holdup is 100% these modules. You don't need those. Hi, Scotty. How goes it? Well, I didn't blow up your base. I'm going to put down an assembler here in case I need it. And then throw all these in there. Throw all these in there. Throw all these in there. Are all those in there? Go over here and give this what it's looking for. Come up here. I don't want that there. I'll change my mind. Get in here, you dumbass. God, that's annoying. Oh, I forgot to put these in my trash. All right, 200 of those and 100 of those. And then, of course, we still get the assemblers to build too, so. $600 brick. That'll do.
SMS received.
Yes, Scotty, what's your question? You have a heavy light oil fracking set up. Do you circuit condition, enable each, etc.? Yes, and yes. Let me go home and I'll show it to you in person. So first off, I use... The numbers I use are from Factorio cheat sheet. It's a website, and that's the URL. So the first thing you want to look at is how many oil refineries are you using? 8, 20? Or are you doing some sort of modular build? Or module build? I do 20, but you can do 8. So, actually I don't do 20, I do 13. I'll be darned, screwed that up. Thought I had 20 in there. Oh, I know why. Yeah, it's limited. Okay. But regardless of how many you use, in my case I'm scaling it, you should use either 8 or 20, but if you adjust it, you adjust it. So there's 2 tanks and 2 pumps that matter here. The first one, and it's your choice how you throttle it, right? You have 2 things you need to crack in order to be able to maintain that these don't back up. First thing is to crack heavy oil, and the second thing is to crack light oil. Let's talk about heavy oil because it's the most straightforward. Now, I'm going to give you options, but the basic premise is only activate this cracker when you have enough red to satisfy the lube. So the very bottom line is run a wire from the pump to a tank, and it doesn't matter which one. It's your choice. In this case, in this situation, I run a wire from the pump to the red oil tank, and if the red oil tank is greater than a small number, I crack it. Other people, and in other designs that I do, I'm looking at the lube, and instead of saying, and I run a wire from the pump to the lube tank, and I'm saying if the lube is above a certain number, then allow the cracking. But why do we do this? And this is the important part. We limit the fluids going to the red cracker so that we don't crack all of the heavy oil and not have any lube. So it's your choice as to which one of these you check as to when you turn on the red cracker. Now, as an additional mind screw for you, I've got a pump on the heavy oil. I've seen other engineers do it where they put the pump on the water. Right? Now, think about this for a moment. The cracker needs water and heavy oil. If you shut off one or the other, it doesn't matter. You still have the same condition, checking for heavy oil. But if your layout makes it so that you don't have space, like if I had reversed these and the water is on the outside, if you don't have room to put the pump on the red oil line or on the yellow output line, put the pump on the blue input line, on the water line. Doesn't matter what you stop. You can stop the output, you can stop the input 1 or input 2. Put the check on there that says, only allow fluid to pass through here if a certain condition is met. That is, if I have enough lube, then go ahead and crack the red. I personally, if I were redoing this, I would have cracked against how much lube do I have. Do I have enough lube do I care about the lube? If the build doesn't need the lube, there's no point in having a limiter here. Just crack it all, which is what you see I did here. I'm making solid fuel. Solid fuel needs light oil and it needs petroleum. So there's no limit on heavy oil. I crack all of that crap. Just pump it in there. Gone. As a matter of fact, this one cracker was the determinant for how big this was. How many red crackers do I need? Well, 8 of them. If you're cracking everything, 8 of them. It's 8 to 2 on the website, but if you're going to crack it all with no limitations, you just need 1. Same concept applies to light oil versus petroleum. And again, you can check either one. I'm checking to see, do I have a little bit, more than a little bit of light oil? Because I'm not making any solid fuel in this location. In other builds, I'm making a lot of light oil, or solid fuel. Or rocket fuel, more specifically, because rocket fuel requires solid fuel and light oil. Specifically light oil. You can make the solid fuel in one of 3 ways, or a mix, but it must have light oil. So this model doesn't work if you need light oil. You got to set that number much higher. But essentially, at the high level, what are you trying to do here? You're saying, don't get rid of light oil unless I have enough of it, or I'm low on petroleum. So you could put this question, instead of saying, is light oil a certain level, you could also say, is petroleum gas hurting? Because you have to make a decision on your factory, which is more important, rocket fuel or plastic? Because that's basically what your choices are here. Either you're going to make sulfur with your petroleum, or you're going to make plastic with your petroleum. That's who consumes your petroleum gas, primarily. So when you lay out your factory, as you're deciding what it's going to do, what are your priorities? And that determines how your decision tree works on this if statement for this pump. And again, this pump doesn't have to be light oil. It has to ask the question, light oil or petroleum. But it can be on the water, the light oil, or on the pet gas. Either the inputs or the output will shut this off. And that's all you care about. There are other esoteric ways to do it, like controlling the power. I don't recommend that. Yeah, it's Pony. It comes down to what's your factory or your base doing. What are your priorities with what's going on? Because if you're building a solid fuel thing, rather rocket fuel, if you're building rocket fuel, you got to have some light oil, and you got to preserve that you have some oil. Cracking input is greater than cracking output, then crack. Well, the challenge there is cracking input. So if heavy oil is greater than light oil, then crack the heavy oil, is what you're saying. But heavy oil doesn't care about how much light oil you have. Heavy oil cares about how much lube you have. Because heavy oil crack takes away from lube. So your decision criteria there is a bit shaky hand, because you're making a decision based on a piece of information that isn't as important as what you're taking away from. It's Amazon. They've only got so many sponsors. All right. What am I still missing? Assemblers. And then I'm going to put up a whole bunch more assemblers when I go the other way with that. So, Scotty, let me know if you need more info on that. I need 126. I've got 50. Future design improvement. I must have many more. Oh, I've run out of red. This was a waste. And this base does not have room for me to put another red in here. Well, if I put some speed modules in here, that might make my life a little bit better. I don't like doing this because it's not designed for it, but I've got the room. And I am in really bad shape on that stuff. I'm going to be short on copper plate now. I think I can fit one more in there, but not two.
SMS received.
Hi, Bum. How are ya? Thanks for being here. There's no way you don't have the ability to make those. They're being made. Yeah. Get over it. That is, so I need 28 of those, so I need 56 total. Yeah, we're using them all. Probably gonna run out. Alright, so let me come up here and lay the foundations for this. Do I have a large radar? Yes, I do. Turn off my bots. So I've decided what I'm gonna do. Now I just need to go thingy it. Alright, so as I recall, what needs to happen is I need to have room underneath this for that, because you're going to all the way up to the top of it. And you're going to be all the way down here. So this is going to be my intersection points. As far as my rails go, I don't have a 4 to 4 to 2 to 2. So I'm going to be building this thing. Its centerpiece is going to be about right here. So let's go put that radar here. It'll put it right on the edge of that, but I'm okay with that. Actually, I can move it down one. Because the factory isn't going to run into that. Okay. So I decided, just completely randomly, that I would put that on that side. What matters here is that I convert you down to 2. Okay, and then as far as these things go, I'm going to put the rockets on the left side. No. I need more space than that. I think this needs to be adjusted. All right, Rails, output, select new content. I'm fine with that. All right, back to this. You are going to be here, roughly. I'm okay with this. We got a little bit of a landfill issue on the left side, but and then you, which is this, are going to be on this side. Long-range radar is about to get more popular. Let's run some power here. I wasn't even in that. Drive cars and ride in trains too. Normally don't want to landfill all of this, but it gets tedious after a while. This is going to get in the way of oh gosh dang it. I should not have done that. I also should just get a shield. I missed a whole bunch of power poles jumping. Nope, just one. Don't need that. Don't have enough power pole to do that everywhere, so I'll skip it for now. Damn it. Good. So that specs out Science and research. And that means that this is going to be rocket components, which I don't have a thing for. It's not an intermediate I can select. So I'll just select satellites because they do show up here. 1, 2, 3. I need one more of those. I don't think I have enough power poles to do what I want to do. Intersection. I don't even have stuff going on, Bubba. That's not fair. I don't even have off-site smelting going. I thought I put a radar there. I was like, well, I'm going to use ammo because I'll run out of the other stuff before I run out of ammo. Okay, then. All right, best place to put this radar is going to be right about here. Unfortunately, I've got stuff and things in the way. So if I put that radar there, then maybe I can save on a couple of radars and just put them here and here. Because they are kind of freaking expensive. To run. I like that. So it basically goes at the first. I would have liked to have been able to keep it in between the rails, but I just don't see a way for me to do that. Not looking forward to clearing that forest. No, I'm not. Because this is, let's see, this is science. Science. So that's this one. So that's science. It's going to go like that. And that's a little bit. And that's a little bit. I got some water I got to take care of. It ain't got much of a loader. But yeah, that's a valid point. You're only about the fourth person today to bring that up, so I'll give you a pass. A couple of other people have already pointed out that I rant on that, so I'm going to hold off on ranting. And thanks for agreeing with him. It makes him feel better. And if you decide to use my blueprints, which you can get in the exclamation point blueprints command, if you decide to use some of these, like this factory here, what you'll find is down here at the bottom, there are two supplemental blueprints. One of them with the signaling left-hand drive on the inside of the rails, and the other one with the signaling on the outside right-hand drive, signaling this way. So to get you up to speed and running, I've gone through the effort to build a factory layout. Either way, that'll support either one because they're mostly indifferent. It does get into a religious discussion with some people, but I'm just trying to have some fun, play the game, you know. And I think I can't do what I want to do here. I have to make this a four corner and then nurse it down. Yep, there we go. Grateful to have you guys here. Nice interaction. I don't have any landfill. I'm going to need all the landfill. And then a little bit more of the landfill, I think. I think after I've finished using all the landfill, I then have to go back and get some more of the landfill because I don't think I'm going to have enough landfill. I'm trying to put it there. Why wouldn't you let me put that there? Hello, Etra. How are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, that's not going to work for me. So I'll do a four corner. And then I'll do a reduction. Why does it do that? I've marked it for upgrade and it won't let me. Yeah, we were talking earlier today as to whether or not somebody could have made a... Because you know how you can... with inserters, you can... With combinators and timings, you can... well, what's the thing you do with them in order to be able to make them all swing at the same time? Only when they're full. Anyways. we were wondering if somebody ever went so far as to use combinators to control trains. Yeah, clocking, instead of clocking, in addition to clocking inserters, could you clock trains? So that you don't need signals, and you don't have, and that's how you control the intersections.